Hey everyone, so after a couple of days of no videos I'm back. The main reason for no videos is the fact that I've still not been well and there wasn't really a great deal for me to talk about. I'm coming to you again from my classroom where I was complimented this morning on something that I've initiated that I think is essential at starter level but isn't a bad idea at any level, and that is my last week's grammar corner. So basically, one of the things I've noticed about teaching is that students have trouble retaining information. Not so much learning it, but being able then the following week to put it together with the new stuff that they're learning. So we have last week's grammar here, so you can see my students last week were doing adjectives and nouns, possessive adjectives and the possessive S. And then this is the grammar from the previous 2 weeks. So week 1 was all about getting the different forms of be. Then we've got at and an, s and es. And then we've got this and these, that and those down there. And the idea is that throughout the course, we're going to build this entire corner of the classroom into kind of a grammar corner. And it's not just that. Around the class, just as I move around, we've got my pronunciation door. So every time we do 2 new phonemes, you can see up there that I've created some worksheets for I and E, U and U. And those are part of my pronunciation course that I'm working on at the moment, which will be for both teachers and students. For students, it will be more about how to pronounce the symbols, and for teachers, it will be how to teach phonemes and pronunciation. So if you're interested in that, then watch this space. Of course, if you're on my mailing list, I will be sending out information about that on the mailing list, and also I'll be posting about it on Facebook as well. And finally, as we come towards the front of the classroom, this is the vocabulary from this week. So you can see we've been doing food, and those are there next to the board because me and both me and my co-teacher, we use flashcards a lot in explaining things, so they need to be accessible. That's kind of the desk where we sit there, so it needs to be within arm's reach. And then the other door is last week's vocab. Okay, and you can see last week we were doing physical descriptions, and down the bottom here, you can't really see, we were doing adjectives. So that whole door is related to last week's vocabulary. And the point that I want to make about this is that I consider myself lucky in that this is my classroom and I can do what I want with it. But even if you share a classroom, I would recommend negotiating with whoever you share it with and ask them, can I have this wall? And more than anything else, I would suggest setting up a last week's grammar wall, because being able to refer to that when you've got new grammar there, so you can see, potentially you can see up there that we've got present simple, that's this week's grammar. So we were talking about I, you, we and they, and being able to contrast that with the grammar at the back is a really nice way of keeping it fresh in the student's mind. So that is just a little tip that I would recommend, especially at starter, but it wouldn't be a bad idea if your students are plateauing at a pre-intermediate or intermediate level. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with another one very soon. Take care.